So here we are, another week and another show.
A late show.
A late show. Shall we tell
This
them
is
why
the
it's
late
late?
late show. So yeah, we've got some apologies to make. Really,
Yeah.
Graham was having his hair done, and he's literally just got out of the hair. Nah, you were on it. I mean, you were just busy last week, weren't you? Just
I
loads
was
of
at
gigs.
the Fringe. So the day we were supposed to film we normally film this on a Friday. I was at the Fringe in Edinburgh,
Ah,
which we'll
we're
talk
going to
about in a bit. It was
talk
good.
about that in a bit. Yeah. So before we talk about that, just some sad news really this week. Friend to both of us, friend to many, James Docherty sadly passed away a couple of days ago, and I just wanted to mention it. Really, he was a lovely guy. I've known him for many years, and he was just one of them blokes who never heard him say a bad word about anybody. He'd help anyone. He'd always got a smile, and he was just a really top guy. So
He was,
I just
yeah.
want to say I'm going to miss him, and rest in peace, Jimmy.
Lovely
We're
guy, great customer, and he liked to have a drink. I would drink with him quite often at Blackpool. I remember one of the very early days of Blackpool when I was probably about 18 or 19 or something like that, and actually, funny enough, I passed this bar the other week. It's called the Crazy Scots Bar. And I don't know why we're all in there, but we're in there with some load of Scottish guys as well, and he was there. And I always remember him from that bar, and I don't know why. And he was always a barrel of laughs. He was just a nice guy, wasn't he? Genuine.
He was just a lovely guy. He loved magic. He loved conventions. He used to go to Magic Live every year. He went to that. He was at Blackpool every year. He came to the first three of my convention as well. So we saw the last time I saw him was in April. He knew he was unwell, and he knew that he'd got cancer and everything else, but he still came and had a great time. And
Yeah, very sad.
he's going to be missed. So yeah, just wanted to say that really. Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. We all love you, mate.
Yeah. So what was we going? Oh yeah. So the reason we didn't film last week is we're both busy. We both had shows and jobs and things, and I went to the Fringe, and I thought I would quickly tell you about the Fringe.
Yeah,
So have you ever been to the Edinburgh Fringe, Chris?
I haven't, no, and I'd love to go, but it kind of puts me off a little bit by how busy the whole place seems to be. And I
Mate, you
don't
would
know.
love it. You would love it.
No,
So I took somebody up for the first time this year, and I know they want to go up again before the season finishes to see some more shows.
okay.
So if anybody doesn't know, Edinburgh Fringe, it's the biggest festival of comedy and arts and entertainment in the world. It's the biggest one in the world. Just to give you some sort of concept to it, it runs for a full month, start of August to the end of August, takes over Edinburgh City completely. There is hundreds, if not thousands of venues. To give you a rough idea, there is 90 magic shows. Just magic shows, 90 that run over the course.
It's known for the comedy, isn't it?
Yeah.
For years before.
Yeah. But there's so much stuff going on. There's every day there's around about 2,200 shows per day. Every day. And obviously some shows are on at 11 o'clock every day. It's the same show. For instance, Mario the Maker Magician, who was the first show we went to see, he's on 11 till 12 every day. I think he's 6 days a week. He has one day off. But
Where's his show?
his show was in the University Hall, which was a big theatre. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a beautiful venue, fantastic. I reckon it holds probably about 200 people, maybe more. But it was a great venue. But that was the first show that we saw. And just so you know as well, they literally turn everywhere into a venue. Like I was in a
It's a
pizza.
bar, isn't it? Yeah,
Mate,
any
not
space,
just,
basically.
I was in a pizza shop having a kebab at 3 in the morning, and there was a show going on in the corner of a proper show with paid for tickets going on in the pizza shop. They turn
At 3 o'clock in
everywhere.
the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
The show was going on at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. There was a show going on in the pizza shop.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. They go on.
what show was it?
There was also, here's another really cool
No,
thing
no,
for
no.
you.
Hang on. Rewind.
All
What
right,
show was going
right.
on at 3 o'clock in the morning in
Yeah.
the kebab shop?
Yeah, we
What show
don't know what the
was it?
show was, but I went through the curtains because it was curtained off, and there was
Right.
a bloke stood on stage with his bottoms off. So I don't know what the show was. With he had the top half was on, but his bottom half was naked, and there
Was
was
it like
probably
a Donald Duck? Did we
there
do
was,
Donald Duck
there
impression?
was about 20 people in the audience, and obviously the whole thing stopped, and they looked over at me with my head through the curtain, and I was like,
But
I'll just get me kebab.
all
I'll just
chili
get me
sauce around
kebab.
your mouth and
Chili
everything.
sauce. No, it was garlic sauce round. No. Um, Here's another one that turned a Portaloo into a show.
No.
Yeah, yeah. So
Why?
there's no toilet in it. So the concept of this is there's three portaloos all thingy together, and two people go into the portaloo, and a flap opens up, and there's a comedian, and he tells you jokes for 15 minutes. So it's him doing a show for two of you in the portaloos for about 15 minutes.
And how much would you pay to go into that portaloo for what? For that?
I don't know. I didn't say how much it was, but you probably, I don't know. Some of the shows are free, some of them you pay for. Some of them, the shows are free, and some of them you'll pay what you feel it's worth at the end of the show. But there's just so much happening, man. It's absolutely jumping. It's buzzing. Next year, you're going to come up with this. We're going to organise it properly, and you're going to come up and see some shows. So we went for one day, because you can get to there from Newcastle in an hour and a half on the train. So we got up there for we were supposed to be there 10:30 to go to the Mario show, but the train was delayed. It's another story. But we managed to do 6 shows in one day and get the last train back the same day. 6 shows.
So talk us through it then. So you did Mario.
Mario the Maker Magician, who's a kids entertainer who does kids stuff like nothing you've ever seen before.
I've heard it's really good, yeah.
He doesn't take the mick out of anybody. He doesn't do any silly like kids things, wand, you know. He doesn't do anything where he feels, not that I think kids magicians necessarily make kids look silly, but he doesn't do anything to make anybody look silly at any point. He's very much like really praising everybody. Oh, you're amazing. You're the most amazing child ever in the world. And you're going to be so amazing at doing this. And you're so good at doing that. And he really hypes them up. And to the point where it's a little bit emotional, actually. And that sounds really weird. You think, how can a kid's magic show be emotional? But it is. And I've seen him a couple of times because we had him at South Tyneside a couple of years ago. So anyway, we saw that. Then we saw a comedy showcase, which was 4 comedians who've all got their own shows. They come in and they do 15 minutes each in a show.
So they're trying to get people to go along and buy tickets for their main
Exactly.
show,
But what's really good about that is you get to see 4 comedians, and if there's one that you like, you go and see the show. The other, if there's 2 you don't like, you're only seeing 10 minutes of them, so it's not the end of the world.
A bit like a dealer demo at a magic convention.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then we saw another showcase, which was 2 magicians and 2 comedians. The 2 magicians, before you ask, was Tom Brace was doing a routine.
Do I know Tom Brace?
Tom Brace has been doing Edinburgh Fringe for a lot of years. He does, well, how can I describe him? He's got a beard. The thing he does probably well known for is he gets into a sphere, a ball, and he puts one of those leaf blowers in, and all the predictions are flying around, and he grabs one and comes out. Yeah. That's probably his known effect. He did a routine. Angus Baskerville, who I've never seen before, he did a routine, and then there was 2 comedians. Then after that, we went to see.
How was Angus and the 2 comedians?
Good, yeah, good. The bar was tiny. This was in a cellar bar of a pub. There was probably 12 of us in the audience. Right, so it was a very poor audience. 3 of us were magicians in the audience. Tom Brace got up and he needed 7 people. So by the time we got us 3 got up and a few others, there was literally 3 people left in the audience. Yeah, there was nobody left in the audience to watch what he was doing. It was but it was funny, you know. I had a great time. A couple of beers. Then we saw a thing called the Mr. Thing show, and I'm just quickly briefing over that. That's the best show we saw of the day. This is picture a live TV show, a live studio audience, like a Jonathan Ross type show, but it's been broadcast to nobody, live to nowhere. But they've got cameras and there's loads of technology and video screens and stuff, and the audience become the celebrities on the show. So
I mean, how do you think up something like that? I mean, that's great, isn't it?
And there was a puppet. There's a puppet in the show who's Mr. Thing, who's part of the show, and there's 2 presenters. There's a live band in the corner, so they're playing like all the intros and stuff. So when they pick somebody from the audience, you go backstage and there's some curtains. You go, right, what do you want as your intro song? And you go, I don't know, something Britpop, and they go, what about this? And they go, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, it's celebrity Graham Shaw. And then the curtains open and the person comes out in the big yoke, and it was just really good.
You actually have that as your thing.
I wasn't in the show, by the way. I was in the show. Although I'm going to tell you this, I was bricking it, because he kept saying at the start of the show, when you go in, there's a QR code that you scan as you're queuing to get into the little theatre thing, and he asked for like your name, your age, and then I think it was something like your party trick. And I'd put magic. And then all the way through the show, he says, we're going to end the show with the magic trick. And I'm thinking, oh, no. oh no, I'm going to get pulled up. Now, by this point, I'd had about 6 beers because it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I only dawned on us when during the show, and even the person who I was with, who's not necessarily a magician, he purposely didn't fill the form in because he says, I knew what was going to happen. They were going to get one of us up, aren't they? So even he's nervous for us because he's thinking, fuck, you're going to get up, aren't you? And you're not going to be able to do a trick. So all the way through the show, I'm now sitting going, I can't do this, right? I'm going to do this. I can't do that because it's too long-winded. So all the way through the show, I'm like now thinking about what presentation I'm going to use for this trick at the end of the show. Luckily, it wasn't me. It was all part of the show. It was somebody else. And Debbie McGee comes on. And but yeah,
No,
great concept to the show. Great concept. And then we saw Colin Cloud.
Yes.
His show,
Hybrid bit of mentalism.
big venue, big, massive venue. It was a good show. The lighting cues are good. He does this really good thing at the start, which totally fooled us. So as you're coming into the theatre, I don't know if I should give this away because people might go and say it. As you're coming into the theatre, he's on stage with a chessboard and he's playing himself at chess. So he's like on one side moving the chess piece, and then he goes around the other side and he's doing this, and then he's positioning them like that. And then he moves another piece, and he stays on stage while people are coming in, like a pre-show thing. Well, I love pre-show stuff. I think it's great. And then as it's presented, he's still on stage at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Colin Cloud. And literally, as he said that, the person who's playing the chess game walks off stage, and Colin Cloud walks through another door on the other side of the stage. So at some point, there was a switch of Colin Cloud, and I totally missed it. Totally flew by us. And I didn't see it coming at all. And that was the start of the show. It was really good. And then the rest of his show was good. Typical mentalism, but good. Lighting was really good. The lights, everything stops. So he's got like 2 spectators on the stage, and he's talking to them. And then all of a sudden it goes, whoosh, or everything goes to blackout except this one light on him. And it's like his inner thoughts. And his inner thoughts are, so in a second, this guy here, he's going to name the number 2. This guy over here in a second, he's already thinking of the ace of clubs. And then it goes back to normal again. Do you know what I mean? And now he reveals what they are. And it was just really good, really clever thinking.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that, yeah.
And then we finished off with a thing called Spray Watch, which is essentially, imagine a West End musical, without any of the West End and without any of the production. It wasn't a great end of the game.
So did Colin Cloud, do you think he based his hair on you, or did you copy him?
So I'm older than him, because I remember Colin when he was very young, when he used to hang around with Kennedy and come to the South Tyneside convention and stuff. So definitely based on me. He's definitely copied my style.
Copied on you. Fantastic. Well, all right, mate. Well, I'll take you up on that then. We'll do that next year.
You definitely got to come. I tell you what, once you've been up there, you'll want to go again and again and again. It'll definitely not be your last time.
Everybody's told me, and Edinburgh is such a beautiful city as well.
Yeah, it's a great thing. And if you're just doing a day, it's not that expensive. If you want to get accommodation, it's Magicbox. But
that's what was putting me off. But if I can stay in Newcastle and just catch the train up,
come the train with us. Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do that. Awesome, fantastic.
So there we go. That's the news.
So now we're off to the old school next, I think.
No, over to you, isn't it?
No, old school. You get it wrong every week.
It's because I haven't filmed for. Right, okay. So here we go to the old school. So here we are. It's old school, but actually, before we do that, sorry about this, but Sebastian's here. Are you coming in, Sebastian? Come on then. Come and say hello. Hi. So this is, come in here, sit there. This is Sebastian. So we're talking, we have talked in the past about the Junior Magic Circle. You're in the Junior Magic Circle, aren't you? Yeah. And do you like magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've seen a lot of magicians, haven't you? I've forced him to see lots of magicians. But actually, here's the thing. Out of all the magicians that you've seen, right, out of all of them, right, out of all magicians, right, out of all the magicians that you've seen, who is the best? Who's the best magician, right? Like the best one, the best magician that you've seen. Who's the best one?
Chris Congreve.
Let's try that again, right? So out of all the magicians, right? Out of all the magicians that you've seen, right? Remember how we rehearsed it, right? Out of all the magicians, right? Who is the best one?
Grimshaw.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Perfect. All right. Did that work?
Yeah, that's brilliant, that, mate.
Oh, is that obvious?
He definitely wasn't me, because when you sent me something in the post, you even put Chris Congreve, the 4th best magician in Wolverhampton, on the envelope.
Did I? That might have been me. It might have been Taylor.
Well, if it was Tyler, he was under orders.
He was. Right, okay, so we stop messing about. Sorry, that's my fault. Stop messing about. Shall we get to the old school?
Let's do it.
So this week's old school, and this is properly old school. Listen to Chris. It is
Oh, God, yeah.
Mike Powers, Diminishing Returns.
Is this back out again, or has it just never gone away? I'm not sure what's happened.
Never gone away. It's never gone away. So Diminishing Returns, it's quite difficult to film on the camera. So we've filmed it already, and Taylor's going to play me performing it right now. Here's something interesting with a pack of bicycle cards. Not that it matters, but a pack of red bicycle cards. Now, Taylor's going to name one of these cards. It can be any one of 52. Not the Joker, because that's not really a card, so we'll put that to one side. But any of the others you can name out loud, Taylor, so just one you can see.
5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds. Where's that 5 of diamonds? Did I pass it already? 5 of diamonds. You don't want to change your mind because you can choose another one?
Nope.
Okay, 5 it is. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen before we do it, and this is rare for a magician to do that. But what's going to happen is I'm going to take the 5 of diamonds out. As it touches the table, it's going to become instantly twice the size of the rest of the cards. So watch that 5 closely. As I take it out and touch here, it becomes twice the size of the rest of the cards, just like that. And look how much bigger it is now. It's twice the size of all the rest. Now, of course, we can't leave the 5 of diamonds like this. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to gather them up like this and respread them. And now what happens is the whole pack goes back to the regular size, except for one. As you can see, one card is now shrunk and the rest of the cards are now the full size. That's no good. So we have to fix this. So that's okay. What we do is we take the 5 of diamonds and watch. We just pull it out like that and it instantly goes back to full size, giving us a full pack of red bicycle cards. So there we go. So that's the performance of it. That's me doing it on the mat. Now, there is a couple of drawbacks with this, a couple of really good things as well, obviously. The main drawback is you do need a table to do it on.
Yeah, it's not really it's not really a table hopping trick, but I don't think that matters. I think the visuals are so good.
Yeah,
I remember I first saw this done. Excuse me, probably 25 years ago. A young 19-year-old Craig Petty, who was a magic demonstrator in a joke shop, and he showed it to me all those years ago, and I just sat there. And I was like, whoa, and your eyes just pop out when you see it, it's just incredible.
Yeah, it is mega visual, isn't it?
And I think anybody who watches that will realise what the drawbacks are. And, you can't do it round a table. You need a close-up mat. But so what? If you're doing a parlour show or especially these days with social media and everything, it's fantastic for that.
Yeah. It's easy to do. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no sleight of hand.
You've just got to be able to spread evenly.
You've got to be able to spread the cards nice and evenly and quite straight, basically on the table or on the mat. Other than that, it is self-work and there's nothing really to do. The instructions for this used to be like what used to be written instructions, but it's the same trick, but they've now give you video instructions, which makes it.
Okay, that's good. Then makes it probably easy to follow.
But it also, I mean, to be honest, I even remember the written instructions were pretty basic. I think it was just one A4 sheet and that was it because it was that easy to do. It's like 3 phases, isn't it? And because it was that easy to do, there wasn't really much to read. Once you saw it, it was like, okay, I get the concept. I have noticed that this version, and I think the original might have as well, it actually comes with a free trick as well. So when you go at the site, you get a free trick called the ambiguous card. Which is a trick, a Mike Powers effect, because if you don't know, it's by Mike Powers, people watching. And
did he release any other stuff? Can you remember?
I think he did. I'm pretty sure he had a book, and I think that this ambiguous card was in his book as well, because this trick doesn't use any gimmicks. What it does, you need to buy a mini bicycle deck, or you need one mini bicycle card and then a regular deck of cards to match it to do the trick that he explains, and it comes with that as a PDF.
Is that the one where you riffle the edge of the card?
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one where you riffle it and it pops out. Yeah. So it comes with that free. And I think for the price, bearing in mind it's a fully gimmick deck, is $17.99.
That's not. I mean, that's cheap as anything, isn't it? Packet tricks are more
Very
expensive.
cheap. I think it's actually too cheap.
We'll put the price up then. But then you might
Well,
get done on a social media video saying that you
don't go there.
expensive.
The less said about that, the better. So
so,
I think 18 quid. I think it's very good considering I think most printed deck these days you're looking at 30 quid. I would say for a gaff deck, and it's bicycle.
We know ourselves it's so expensive to get a deck. You've got to order big numbers to be able to get the price down. So I think it's great, a brilliant value. Fantastic, great. If you think you can put this into a show somewhere or on your social media or whatever, it's perfect. And I wonder now I've got more experience. I'm just wondering whether you couldn't use like some of the gimmicks. And in the hands and do like a packet trick version of it, maybe. It's certainly worth exploring and looking into.
Interesting. So we go. That's this week's old school. And now what is it next? Because I forget.
It's over to you.
So here we go. It's over to you.
Okay, so now it's over to you. And this was a question on the back of us mentioning Gary Jones a few times over the last few weeks. Somebody asked the question of what Gary Jones effects do we do at our gigs? Now, I actually do use a Gary Jones effect all the time. And I also use a move of his. So the effect is Owen's Opener. And it's a routine that uses a standard pack of cards. I do use it as an opening card trick or for the start of an ambitious card type routine. It uses, I don't know, it's classic Gary, really. They're looking up here, something else is going on down here, and people swear. You get people swearing at this. It's such a great effect. Just uses a standard pack of cards. And I would recommend anybody to check that out. Yeah, it's published in books, I think, mainly. It's certainly in Alas Christian Jones. Maybe in one of his Life's a Beach books, I'm not quite sure, but it's definitely in Alas Christian Jones, which was our sort of combined book. And I also use his Top Con Control, which I think I've shown you, and it is, for my mind, probably the best card control out there of getting a selected card to the top of the deck. It's invisible, completely invisible. It's great, and and it use that as Michael used to say, a springboard to go off and do other things. And I put those two things together for that trick, Owen's Opener. And also, he's just inspired me to create loads of other things, and I've got a lot of his thoughts running through my work because. He's been my mentor and friend for so many years. So a lot of what I do is definitely inspired by Gary's teachings. Yeah.
So obviously, I didn't know what the question was this week. I don't know Gary as well as you do, and I haven't read as much of his material as you. But there is one thing I know I do, and it's not necessarily his trick, but it's more his style. And it's when he does his Omni deck type routine, when he does the switch. And you kind of nailed it before when you said it's his classic style of misdirection. They're literally holding the thing. They've literally got it in their hand, and you're over here with the card. Do you know what I mean? And they're still holding the gimmick. You don't have to necessarily have them like this and make sure you keep tight hold of the pack and all that. You just basically relax. They're physically holding it and even start moving it around as they're looking at the card up here. And then obviously they look down and it's not a pack. And I know I think you or even he's told us the story before of they've actually gone and took a phone call midway through the routine.
Yeah, I told it in one of the shows. Yeah.
And still had the deck in the hand, took the phone call, come back, and he hasn't finished the trick. And and now they look down and what?
Yeah.
That's how strong it is.
Indian restaurant. Yeah. He does in the last Christian Jones. He sort of hid a trick away. In an essay that he wrote about misdirection, and I'm not going to say what it is because I think people. I don't want to. I think people need to go out and search this stuff out. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a point to where it is. If you've got that book and you haven't found this trick, you need to reread the Gary's essay on misdirection.
Right.
He's got this effect in there called the vanishing nut trick. and that's all I'm going to say. And it's fantastic, fantastic.
Okay, and it's in which book?
It's in Alas, Christian Jones. He wrote an essay, a short essay on his thoughts about misdirection, and that effect was sort of weaved through the essay.
Right.
So it's hidden away. If people who don't know, if they don't read a book all the way through and just dip in and out and all the rest of it, because it's a big old book, they may well have missed it. And it's something that he gets a reaction from a table sometimes 3 or 4 minutes after he's left that table from this trick.
Wow.
It's great.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Brilliant.
That sounds good. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to go and have a look and find that.
Yeah.
After we finish this video call.
Yes, good. You should.
So yeah, I mean, high praise for Gary. Like I said, I don't know him as well as you do. I don't know his material as well as you do, but I've always loved his lectures and loved his performance style. Even some of the videos I see him performing live when he's at weddings and stuff. He's
got a really nice laid-back style, and you can't help but like him. Really, people warm to him. He's just a really warm guy. But then he uses that to his advantage because he just baffles the crap out of you as well.
Yeah,
I've been fooled by him more than any other magician over the years. He just absolutely destroys. Yeah, it's great. Love his stuff. And he's 70 this year. He'll be happy to know that I'm sharing that. He's 70 soon.
Is he?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Okay. Now what's it?
Reviews.
Review time. So here we go. Let's go over to reviews.
Reviews.
Bum, 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 bum,
bum, bum, bum, bum. Are we saving money and doing the theme tune ourselves now?
Yeah, would. Will it save any money now? It'll save Taylor a load of time. I know that for sure. Right, so first review on the show is this Sharpie Through, the all-new Sharpie Through by Mark Mason and Penguin. This is brand new, but it's an old release of Mark's. So for anybody,
he did it originally as a cigarette through, didn't he?
Yeah. Did an all-new cigarette through vanish. Cigarette through card.
Cigarette through card.
So Penguin are now putting out all the Mark Mason stuff.
Yes.
They bought all the back catalogue of Mark Mason stuff, so it's all going to be coming out.
Expect to see a lot of that stuff again that we saw back then 20 odd years ago.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, there was some belters, weren't there?
Oh, there's some really good stuff, so it'll be good fun to see.
Any favourites for you? Club Sandwich was my favourite, I think.
Club Sandwich, we talked about that in one of our old schools,
didn't we? I'll tell you what else was good. By Ian Moran, Whole Sensation. Do you remember that?
Yes, the trick I always think was very good, and I used to sell loads of them, was Exact. It was the card at any number trick, and it was really clever.
Yes, I do remember that, yeah.
Exact blue packaging.
I think Whole Sensation was my favourite, the Ian Moran one, where you got the two jokers and you just flick it and a card appears between them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I remember that.
Slither. Really good.
There was one called Slither. There was quite a few, actually, which
a lot. Yeah.
Really old.
Yeah. So,
let's play the trailer
for this.
Yeah, there's a trailer, so here it is.
Some magic tricks look impossible. This one looks ridiculous. Here's what happens. A card is selected, then a Sharpie is introduced and slowly penetrated through the top of the card so everyone can see it. They can cleanly see it coming out the bottom. Now you do something completely impossible. You show them the other side. And at the end of the trick, everything can be examined. This gimmick is meant to last a very long time. There are no flaps, no elastics, and for the first time ever, you're able to show both sides of the card.
Okay.
It's like something that's gonna happen that's not really happening, right? So maybe here, say stop.
Stop.
I'm gonna cut the deck right there.
Yeah.
This is going to be the hit card. Hold on to the deck just for now, the whole deck, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, let me grab a Sharpie, right? Okay. This is a Sharpie, right? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate the Sharpie around the card, and then I'm going to push it right through the card. Doesn't that really look like it's going through? Yeah. But it's just an illusion. It's not really happening, right? It just looks like it's happening. But you can see the other side. I know you want to see. It really is going through, right? And I will remove the Sharpie. Look, I'll take the Sharpie back out, just like this, you see? So you can check the Sharpie. But go ahead, knock yourself out. Check the Sharpie, check the card, check your brain. I think it's melted. It might be melted by now. That's crazy. Almost like you're seeing things.
This is Mark Mason's all-new Sharpie through card.
So there we go, there's the trailer. It's very straightforward. It's a Sharpie through playing card. What makes this really nice is you can show both sides of the card. So a lot of people who know the Sharpie through card general gimmick, you can't show both sides.
No.
This one you can.
So it's a trade-off, isn't it? You know, so with the original gimmick, right? You can get the card signed first.
Yeah, it can be any card.
It can be any card. You then go into it, you put the Sharpie through, you then switch the card back in, and it can be examined, and then you can go on and do other routines with it, etc. Whereas with this, you can show it, and then you can show it all the way around, and your hands, you know, everything's clean. It's, you know, it's as clean as it looks on the video. In fact, can you push a pen through that gimmick there, and then just show it?
I'll show you on camera. So that's the pen through. So I'll push that in there. And this is position. Yeah, so I can show you this both sides, the pen going through. So even on camera, it's very, very clean. This is the gimmick. I'm holding the gimmick. This is not just a card with a hole stuck in it, by the way. This is actually the gimmick. Now, I haven't really practiced it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Do it off camera. Just do it off camera.
So literally when I take the pen out and then bring the card up, that's the gimmick.
And you can, I mean, that's really, really is well made and all the rest of it. So it depends on your, whether you think signing the card and then doing it through a back is stronger or not. Really.
Okay, so I'll tell you my opinion. With this, obviously, you have to force the card. So there's a forced card. Obviously, like you said, the trade-off is you can show both sides. For me, I prefer this version over having a card signed and selected and signed, because I always think a spectator's none the wiser when you're forcing a card on them.
I agree.
Personally.
I agree.
I don't think it makes it weaker, the fact that you force the card. The only thing that would put me off it is if you were doing another effect that required a different card. Obviously, you're going to have to force the card that is your gimmick. So if you were doing something where the card, I don't know, for another trick had to be the 3 of hearts or something like that, and you want to do that as an interlude, you couldn't do that with this. So there, like you said, there is trade-offs. I
agree with you, mate, to be honest with you. I think as magicians we forget about. I'll give you an example. So my trick Child's Play, it's one's a force card. There's 2 cards. One's a force card in a photograph, and the other one is a genuinely thought of card. And when you pull that photograph out and show the prediction on a photograph of a previous, the reaction is ridiculous. People react really, really strongly, and because and as magicians, we sort of forget the impact you can have on a force card. So I agree with you, mate. I think the fact that you can show it all the way around, take the pen out and then show the card again without a hole in it. Now, they can't examine that straight away. Although, if you watch the demo, you can, when you see Mark performing it, he does switch the card back in.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. And there's a few different. The tutorial is not long because it's very straightforward. I think the tutorial is only about 15 minutes because the trick is very, very simple to do. He teaches a couple of forces. How to force a card, then he teaches you how to switch it back should you want to. But what he stresses in the video is he never really has anybody want to examine the card because he hands the Sharpie to them. And as he hands the Sharpie to them, that's when he does the switch. Whether they want to look at this or not, it doesn't matter. He hands it to them because they're going to now sign a card generally for another trick that he's about to do. So they then look at this and look at the pen, by which point he's already switched the card. And now they can sign it, which is the regular one, you know. So it comes with that routine in, and I think it flies. Yeah, I think it flies. I wouldn't. It's one of those tricks that I've done it for many years. The other version, I've done the cigarette through version. I've done this version, and I've always done it as kind of a step or a prelude to doing something else or something after. You know what I mean? So just before you sign the card, I'll just show you this. Bang, do it. Bang, right now, sign the card. Now do whatever trick, whether it be, I don't know, card impossible location or ambitious card or whatever it is. It's kind of almost like a little additional thing that I do.
Do you think you're selling it short?
Do I think what?
Do you think by doing that you're selling that effect short?
Maybe, but I like to do it as almost like an offbeat thing. I love to do it just as oh, whoa, hang on, that's weird. and then carry on,
yeah.
rather than a
I
physical
get what you're saying.
one effect
I'm
in
just-
itself. But
I'm
yeah,
just thinking out loud. You know, do we think that the effect's that strong? You should let it, as Paul Harris used to say, just let it breathe a bit before you move on, or just do it as a throwaway thing. I don't know. I'm not saying.
I think it depends on the person's performance style. If you're like quite a quick, fast performer, then it fits more me doing it quickly as a prelude to something else. But if you're a different kind of performer, then maybe that is the effect. As the
If you're a more boring performer.
No, I was going to say you could present it in like this. What I'm going to show you. This is how I present some of the stuff. What I'm going to show you now is an illusion. It's something. It's not a trick. It's an illusion. It looks like it's going through the card, doesn't it? It looks like it's good. It's not actually going. It just looks like it's going through. It's not actually going through the card. But if I get the right angle like this, it does look almost like it's gone through. You know what I mean? But it's not though. It's not gone through the card because there's no hole in the. You know what I mean? And do it like that. I don't know, different styles, but I think it lends itself to different performance styles. Gimmick is very well made, beautiful gimmick, as I've said. Price wise, I think it's $24.99.
See, that isn't that just like we're talking about Mike Power's trick earlier, $17.99, you get a full deck.
Yeah.
And then $24.99. But this has been handmade as well, hasn't it? This it's not just like a printed thing. It's like been hand. It would have taken somebody quite a bit of time to make this gimmick. I think.
When you it's one of those tricks that you buy. When you see the gimmick, you go, "Yeah, that was worth 20." You know what I mean? You're not going to be disappointed with the gimmick. It's not a card with a hole cut in it, for instance. And then it is a very well manufactured gimmick, and you'll not be disappointed with the method when you get this in your hands. So there we go.
Totally agree. Yeah.
So yeah, just to wrap that up, do I like it? Yes. Would I buy it? Yes. Would I use it? 100%. I think it's good for hobbyists, amateurs, and pros as well.
Totally agree with everything you just said. So yeah, same answers for me as well.
Okay.
You asked.
There we go. I won't. And let's move on to our next review, which is what we're doing: digital penetration. Okay. Review number 2 is digital penetration. So, shall we watch the trailer for this and then talk about it?
Let's watch the trailer, yeah.
Okay, so here's the trailer.
Floor here. Yeah. This goes all the way through. Incredible.
Yeah.
But now we're going to take your phone. You're doing all right. Got the latest one. You can see the QR code through that. Video this. Get me in as well. You can airdrop me afterwards. Can you see the screen? The dice goes on top. Just push with your finger. How's that feel? Solid, right? Solid. Cup your hands like this. Like this. I'm going to push with my thumbs like this on that dice, but just lightly. Have you got a screen protector on
Don't
this?
break my phone.
Have you got a screen protector?
Yes.
It might take a few seconds extra. Are you videoing? You got me in. You got me
Got
in.
you in.
Watch when I push. It goes straight. There we go. It's going. It's going. It's going.
Oh,
Keep pushing. Keep pushing until it goes straight through the center of the mobile phone.
So there we go. There's the trailer. Don't know how long we're going to pause there.
When you say that was an uncomfortable pause, wasn't it? So when you watch the trailer of that and you see Dave Penn doing that, he's like, "Make sure I'm in. Get me in. Get me in." Did you see? Make sure I'm in. I've got to say, I loved Dice Through Mirror, the Ali Bongo effect that this is based on. And David, when you watch the explanation, he gives full credit to Ali Bongo, and then talks about how he won the Magic Circle Close-Up Magician of the year straight after, which is funny. But anyway, so it's based around Ali Bongo's idea, but you've got to hand it to them, to the guys, to David and the team there. They've done a really good job of improving, dare I say, improving.
Yeah, I would say it is. I would say it is improved. Yeah.
So not only are you using an object, a borrowed object that somebody has got with them all the time, you're then doing something impossible with it. Not only that, but they have also improved on the way that the gimmick works as well.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
I would agree. I agree with everything that you just said. The gimmick is very well made. It's manufactured by TCC. I know
Yeah.
David's putting a few things out with them.
Yeah.
TCC have produced the gimmick or the box. It looks like this.
Yeah.
It's very well made. It's felt lined on the inside.
Well, you've just felt it. Hey,
It's what?
I said you've just felt it.
Wow. Wow is all I can say to that. It is made to fit any size of phone, so just to show
Yeah.
you.
Did you say it was a little bit? You felt a
I
little
felt-
big.
I felt it was a little bit big. My phone is one of those amazing Samsung phones.
So you know,
This is an
is that just-
S25. It's not massive, but
is that just a regular size phone?
yeah, I mean Taylor's got
So
his
it's not-
iPhone here.
So my wife's got like one of those, you know, them plus size phones. They're like massive ones, you know.
Yeah, that might not fit.
So presumably that's why they've had it made bigger, I guess. So it. something like
So I
that.
think it will fit a standard iPhone. It will fit a standard Samsung phone. I don't think it'll fit. Do you call it a Pro?
Yeah.
It will fit a standard iPhone. That's Taylor's iPhone in there, which fills up
Is
the
that-
whole
and
box.
is that just a regular size one?
That regular size one?
No, it's Pro Max.
Oh, this is a Pro Max, so it fits a Pro Max in it as well.
Okay, because that looks quite big. I mean, that
It filled the whole box, whereas the Samsung or a
Yeah.
standard iPhone would. I think a standard iPhone's about the same size as the Samsung, so there is a little
Yeah.
bit of space there.
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it matters.
don't
As
think it
long as
does,
it's not
no.
tiny, it fills up
How-
most of the space inside.
Where would that fit in like an inside jacket pocket, or is it a little bit too big for that? I'm just wondering about carrying it around the tables and stuff.
I think it would at a push go inside your pocket. Yes, it's about. I would say it's slightly wider than like a Lepore
A
wallet.
like a JOL.
Yeah, I would say it's slightly
Large
wider. I
wallet.
think it would fit in my jacket pocket. I think it would just go in, but I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't do this. It's not my sort of thing. To table hop anyway. I like it. I think it's
Is it
cool.
more of a pre-dinner walking around like mix and mingle type thing, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, okay, so I'll say my opinion on this before we sort of say exactly what we think at the end. I was never a massive fan of the Dice Through Mirror. It wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't my, how fooling was it?
I just remember being fried by it when I first saw it. It just really
Right.
filled the crap out of me. I mean, so it stuck with me. I mean, I'm talking like I was fairly new into Magic when I saw it, I think.
Mhm.
So maybe that was, maybe I wouldn't have been full by it now. Maybe I don't know.
So a couple of there's pros and cons. I agree with you 100%. I think this is definitely improvement over the original. 100%, no question there. It is a little bit angly. You do have to watch your angles with it. You can't do it completely surrounded. So if there was somebody right behind you here looking down, you have to be very
Well,
careful with your angles.
I thought about that while I was watching it, and they film like an over the shoulders sort of thing where he's going into that bowl instead of a spectator's hands.
Yeah,
And even when you're coming behind, you can't really see a lot. I didn't think.
yeah. Well,
You kind of move-
you can do it
you move
surrounded, but
hands-
what I'm saying is you still have to watch your angles. It's something you have to be aware of.
Yeah,
It's not
maybe.
something you can just forget your angles and just do it anywhere, any place. You
Can
do
you-
have to consider
Can you
angles with
just?
it.
But can you forget your angles with any close-up magic trick? You can't, can you?
No, I disagree. I think you can. Yeah.
What like?
You put us on the spot. Crazy Man's handcuffs.
Fair point. Well made.
Any angle, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, true.
Just off the
I-
top of my head. But no, I see what you're saying. I wasn't a massive fan of the original, though.
No.
I do think it's
Okay.
definitely an improvement.
I think
Over
by
the
using
original.
a borrowed object, it's definitely
Definitely.
an improvement. And also, they've added something to the wallet that makes it a lot. Well, they've added magnets to it basically. So when you pick it up now, it looks like a solid case, and I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole thing's just really well thought through, I think.
I love
like
doing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love doing stuff with borrowed objects, and I really like doing stuff with borrowed phones as well.
Yes.
Because I just think that's it's something that everyone's got on them. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's good. It's just not for me.
Okay, fair enough. So do you like it?
Yes.
Would you buy it?
No.
And obviously you wouldn't use it.
I wouldn't use it. No, I mean, don't make it wrong. Obviously, I would perform it in the shop and demonstrate it. It's just
it's
something
quite
I would
expensive.
buy.
It's about £65 or something like
Yeah,
that. Is
it's
it?
about 70 quid, I think, 69.99, I think, off the top of my head. Yeah, so it's quite expensive.
so-
I don't think it's overpriced because I do think that the gimmick itself's lovely. It's really well made. It's like a proper nice leather, felted. It's very well made. So I don't think it's overpriced.
I'd buy it and I would use it definitely.
Okay. Well,
There you
there we
go.
go. There we go. So that's our opinion on that. So good.
There we are then. That's it.
There we
Another
go.
one.
That's another show
one
done.
Done. Again, sorry, this show's a bit late, guys, but blame Graham and his trip to Edinburgh for that. But it's you know what? It sounds like he had a good time, so that's worth it, really, wasn't it?
But honestly, if you get a chance to go to Edinburgh, even this, it's on for another 3 weeks yet till the end of August. Go, man! It's just so good. Just get a cheap train up there. Just go for the day or something because the accommodation's Magicbox. But you can get up there for a day, say a couple of shows. We managed 6 in a day, but I mean, if you did 2 or 3, it's great. So there we go. Keep the questions coming in and subscribe if you haven't already. And keep an eye on the Magicbox newsletters as well, because we're going to have some free stuff coming very soon from Joelle Dickinson as well. So that's interesting.
There you go. That's it then. That's it for another week. Have a great week, everyone.
See you next week.